Welcome to Choice Compass. Today, we are settling one of the biggest debates in personal audio. It's 2026, you're ready for an upgrade, and you've narrowed it down to two absolute titans, both under the Apple umbrella, the iconic AirPods and these super stylish Beats. But which one is the right call for you?
Let's be real. This isn't just about which one is better. It's about which one is better for your life, your phone, and of course, your wallet. So think of this as your personal guide. By the end, you're going to know exactly which box you should be unboxing. Okay, let's dive in.
All right, first up, let's get to know the key players on the field for 2026. We're going to focus mostly on the heavy hitters, the AirPods Pro 3 and the Beats Studio Buds Plus. But don't worry, we'll also touch on some of the other options for fitness and for those of us on a budget. At their heart, these two brands have totally different philosophies. Think of AirPods as the ultimate insider. They're built to be this perfect, almost invisible extension of your iPhone and your Mac. It's all about that magical, seamless Apple experience. Beats, on the other hand, are the versatile challengers. They're all about style, they play nice with everybody, Apple and Android, and they even have models designed specifically for the gym.
Okay, let's get into what might be the biggest decider for most of us, the price tag. How much are these things actually going to cost you?
And whoa, right off the bat, you can see a pretty huge difference here. The flagship Beats Studio Buds Plus are sitting at about $170. The top-of-the-line AirPods Pro 3, though, they're going to run you around $249. That is a serious gap, especially when you remember that Apple makes both of them.
We're talking about an $80 difference. I mean, that's not chump change, right? That's a new video game, a really nice dinner out. It definitely makes you stop and think about what Beats is bringing to the table.
But wait, it's not quite that simple. Apple has an answer for budget seekers too. If you don't need all those fancy Pro features, the standard AirPods 4 come in at just $129. So that's actually the cheapest way to get into the AirPods family. You've got options. All right, so price is a big deal, for sure. But what are you actually getting for your money? Now we get to the fun stuff, the features and performance. This is where you really start to see these two brands show their true colors. This is where it gets really interesting. It's like a boxing match where they're trading blows. Look at the battery. Beats takes the win with a massive 36 hours of total time on the Studio Buds Plus. But then, bam, AirPods Pro 3 hits back with IP57 water resistance. We're talking basically waterproof. And the pure convenience of wireless charging, something you just don't get with Beats.
And remember that $80 price difference? This slide is why. This is what you're paying for. You're getting Apple's bleeding edge tech. That new H3 chip unlocks stuff the competition can only dream of, like absolutely world-class noise cancellation, brand new health features like heart rate monitoring, and even a case you can find using your phone's map. It's kind of wild. Now, when it comes to sound, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all about taste. AirPods are tuned for this super clean, accurate, balanced sound. Everything is crisp and clear. Beats, well, they stay true to their name. They deliver more punch, more energy, with a much stronger bass. It's not that old, overwhelming bass, but it's definitely present. So the real question is, do you want to analyze the music or do you want to feel the music?
And what about the real-world test, like hitting the gym? I think we all know that terrible feeling of an earbud falling out mid-run. Well, while AirPods are fine for a light workout, Beats actually designs models specifically for this. See those wingtips on the Powerbeats Fit? They literally lock into your ear. They are not going anywhere. For athletes, that security is a total game changer.
So we've talked price, we've talked performance, but for a lot of you, this next round might just be the most important one. It could even be the deal breaker. How did these things actually work with your other devices? Yeah, this quote from XDA developers really just hits the nail on the head. If you live and breathe Apple, iPhone, Mac, iPad, the whole shebang, AirPods are an absolute dream. But the second you step outside that world with, say, an Android phone or a Windows computer, that dream gets, well, a little complicated.
Here's the bottom line. Using AirPods with an Android phone is fine, but you lose all the magic. No fast pairing, no Find My feature. It just feels basic. Beats, however, were built to be bilingual. They give you a first-class experience on Android with a dedicated app and Google Fast Pair. They feel just as at home on an Android phone as they do on an iPhone.
This pretty much makes Beats the undisputed universal champion. Think of them as the Switzerland of earbuds. They work perfectly with everyone. Native fast pairing on both iOS and Android. Companion apps for both, universal USB-C charging, and hey, you get way more colors to choose from, unlike Apple's classic white and only white approach.
Okay, let's take a deep breath. We've gone through the price, the tech, the compatibility. It's time to put all the pieces together and help you find your perfect audio match for 2026.
Let's make this super simple. Here's your cheat sheet. You should choose AirPods if you are all in on Apple and you want the absolute best noise cancellation and software experience, period. You should choose Beats if you use an Android phone or maybe a mix of devices, or if you just want more style and the best value. And for all you athletes out there, just prioritize the fit. Those secure designs from Beats are made for you.
So, at the end of the day, it really just boils down to this one question. What's more important to you? Is it that flawless, frictionless integration that you can only get from AirPods inside the Apple world? Or is it the stylish, works with everything versatility that really defines the Beats lineup? The answer to that question tells you exactly which earbuds you should buy.
And there you have it. Hopefully that brings a little more clarity to the great Beats versus AirPods debate. We break down every option A versus option B scenario by comparing practical features against creative solutions. Our mission is to provide clarity, helping you save time and money. Subscribe to Choice Compass and transform every difficult dilemma into a clear, confident choice. See you next time.